Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced and today I'm going to be showing you how to build this multiplayer survival base. As you can see on the screen we've got pictures, so if you need to pause and follow along, this will show you how to build the foundation for this build. Obviously you want to get the foundation down, build 4 up and then connect all the borders together in the pictures you will see, and then from there on you want to fill in these little holes and just get your basic floor down for the build. As you can see here I'm doing a little pattern with some spruce and a few stone bricks and the chiseled stone brick in the middle. Obviously you can just place normal spruce on the floor if you want. Don't forget to subscribe, as you can see on screen now. Be really appreciated if you enjoy my content. I've had a lot of support recently and I really thank you all for that. And anyway, from here on you want to build 4 up on the left hand corner or the right hand corner, doesn't really matter. From here you can really make your own base. 2 bases really, they're going to basically be symmetrical on each side, so that when you're playing with your friend you're going to have your own kind of bases. Obviously I've gone with this 4 triangle roof, so you build triangles on each side of the roof and then you kind of fill in from there, and then we're going to head down and start filling in these walls. Obviously I've gone for the 2 windows in the middle, and you can basically design them however you want. You could have two windows, 1 window, and then on the sides obviously I've gone for 2. As you can see here on the outside of the build right now, it currently looks quite plain and boring. Obviously you want to spice that up a bit, so adding more detailed little things around the edge of your build will definitely spice it up. As you can see in a minute I will actually show you what I do to make the builder look a lot better, because currently it looks quite dull right now. So I actually invented these little hanging or growing plant pot area things, basically some like little outdoor decoration that kind of grows around the build and gives it some life to it instead of just being really boring and dull. So I started playing around with different types of pillars for the legs, but instead I just kept with the standard foundation of the log or the oak, and then just added a few trapdoors around the bottom of it just to look like it's kind of been dug into the ground. And then I've added these little trapdoor baskets with flowers and things onto each side of the house, and then added a little carrying up staircase that makes a pattern just to go all the way up really and give the detail, or give the build more detail. From the outside of this build obviously it's going to look quite bland if you leave it like this. This is why I've built these little basket areas outside, just to really give a bit more a glow or more feel to the build itself. So obviously I've added these little patterns down here with just playing around with some spruce slabs and stairs, and then obviously you can have fences with leaves on them, for example, like I've done there, or you can just do with a simple basket idea. You could actually do, where I've done the hanging down lights with the lanterns on, you could probably do some hanging down fences with some berry bushes on each corner of the build, although it might take up a bit too much room in the middle when it comes to building another portal. So maybe cut off the middle side and only do it on the outside of the build, otherwise you're not going to have enough room to work with, in my opinion. Anyway, you want to duplicate your look from the first build to the second build, or if you're playing multiplayer, maybe the guy on your other side doesn't want the exact same looking build as you, so he's going to use different materials or whatever, but it gives you kind of a nice detail and makes it kind of like fair for you both to play if you want to build the same house or whatever, or if you just want to get a nice little starter base down together and have your own things, then feel free to build this. Or you could just build one giant base, which I will probably be making a video on at some point. However, I've just decided to make this tiny little base just for you guys to play multiplayer with and get yourself started out with your friends. From this point I continue adding the outside decoration with the trapdoors and fences and leaves, just to give off those bushes, just to make obviously the same as the other side, make it look a lot more better. On the outside you can obviously play around with a lot of ideas. You could probably just have normal trapdoors hanging off the edge, like little like garden hanging basket type things. However, I've just held them up with some stairs and spruce slabs. You could probably build whatever you want and try and get your own little details here, but obviously now if we come over to the middle, I've moved I've actually built a square back a bit. In the pictures you will see this, but however during the time I was building this I didn't really plan on putting it in until later on. But first off I actually tried to put it in the stairway, and then I thought this isn't going to really work, so you'll see me play around with this for a few seconds. You might be able to get a design like this, it might be pretty cool. However, I didn't want the one staircase on each side because I thought it would be so much of a pain just to play around with. So I went to the back of this build and extended it out, and then built myself my nether portal to share. So this will be your sharing portal for you and your buddy. And yeah, basically it's going to be right in the middle of your bases, so you're always going to have access to it. There isn't really too much noise from the inside, which is pretty good. And then obviously I've added these little leaves that just wrap around the back of it, and just added a few decorations around the side of the build giving it more detail and just more life to it. So if we head over to walking around in this beautiful world of mine, then you will see we're going to head up towards this build. You can see the two main buildings here. You've got your building on the left, building on the right, portal in the middle, and then you come in and you can add little decorations like I've done in here. So I've added all these barrels up on these shelves up here. You've got your seating area, you've got your little bunk bed type thing, and then you've got your basic crafting furnace area just to get yourself started off. And then it is exactly the same in this room here, just off flipped. So they're exactly the same, everyone can share, and then obviously you've got your nether portal here with your leaves wrapped around it, giving off a bit more detail and just really making this come to life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all soon. Peace!